I made fire! And we're back. It's Sunday now. We went home. We watched this football game. It was Ohio versus Penn State. And it was trick or treat, so we took his kid trick or treating. But we're back out at the land now. We've purchased another fire ring. So we'll have one up by the, where's it at? The camper. But what we're thinking about doing is they've kind of lifted the burn ban. It's gone from extreme down to moderate. So it's like a pie chart. I'm sure you guys have seen it. There's signs everywhere and they move the little arrows and it's like moderate. So this is the best. Moderate's right there. Like I said, we talked to the fire marshal or warden or whatever he wants to call himself. And he said, as long as we have a fire ring, we could burn up here, even if it's at extreme. But we went ahead and bought another one anyways. And the plan is, today we're going to go around and cut up a bunch of these trees and just burn the trees around the fire pits and then just move the fire pit around. So just in case, even though it's not extreme, I think it's moderate, we might be safer, you know. And then as soon as they lift it completely, we're just going to catch all these big giant piles on fire. We just don't want to sit around and not have anything to do and waste our time, you know. So that's the plan. They went up to the camper to drop some things off. I'm going to go ahead and start chopping some stuff up and get to work. So we brought a can of diesel this time. We bought a 55-gallon drum just to dispose of the ashes, because last time we were out here Saturday, the amount of hot ash that we got from burning, it just filled it up super quick. Look how goofy he is. He went out and bought one of those helmets. He's so funny when it comes to stuff. Yeah, so I'm just gonna sprinkle some diesel on this, and once we get it going, we won't need the diesel anymore, obviously. Lita's coming down from the camper. It's my boy's, or my brother's boy, Lad, to the rescue. All right, let me get some diesel on this thing. So we got a fire going up here by the RV pad now. We got the girls down at these two rings down at the bottom. Man, these things are like Velcro. You gotta pull on one and it just pulls the whole pile. They're down there on those two rings. We're letting this one die out so we can bring that ring back up here. And then they're gonna keep feeding the twigs. They're gonna come put up our metal post for our gate here soon. We don't want anything to be in their way, so they're burning everything out of the way there. And then we're just slowly dragging some trees up from this pit here to here. It'd be great if we could just start burning in here, but we can't get a hold of the fire marshal to see if the whole ban's been lifted, if we can just start burning. So we're just gonna play it safe for now and go with this. We've got a there's a relay that keeps clicking in the camper now too. I can't figure out. I think it might be the refrigerator. Went around and made sure everything was turned off, and it was still clicking. So I started pulling fuses. We got a little fuse panel down here at the bottom, and I don't hear it clicking now, so it must have been the refrigerator. I don't know why that thing's clicking now. Just came in here and started pulling fuses for things that we didn't need, like the water pump or the furnace, and it was still clicking. That thing's definitely working. The cell phone booster, I came up here earlier and tried to get on Facebook Marketplace because there's a guy with a horse trailer that's got one for sale pretty cheap that I was gonna try to buy, and I couldn't get service. I was standing up on top of the camper and everything. Generator was down the bottom of the hill, so I couldn't start it up to get it going. Finally, we drove the truck up here and started up. Now I've got 4G up here, so that thing definitely works. I was worried about it. So, all right, let me get as much wood we can get going before it gets dark, and we'll see you in a bit. So we've decided, even though we have a lifetime's worth of firewood up there, we're gonna go ahead and cut up these perfect size logs for the fireplaces or the wood stoves that we're gonna have. And then I'm just cutting the tops off that are a mess. We're just gonna burn the tops, keep the nice, decent sized bottoms, and burn all the rest of that. We'll stack all this up and be ready for next winter. Fire ring's too hot to touch. We didn't bring gloves good enough to touch it. Look at the mountains. All right, it's Monday morning. We got a good bit of this stuff burned in here. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but so what we started doing was just logging up what we could and then burning like the frilly top, and then it started burning quick. We burned a few of the logs that we cut down there in the fire pit last night, and they lasted forever. It wasn't a super hot fire, even though the flame was blue. It was hot enough down in the coals to melt the beer bottles, but I don't know, it just didn't put out the heat that it did the night before. So, but that's it for this weekend. I've got to take my truck in, my work truck in, and get some work done on it. It's got some front end issues that Ford has a recall on. So after that, I'll be hitting the road and trying to find some work. And then I don't know if we'll be back this weekend or not, but until next time, we'll see you later.